This week.
Throw yourself into an open-world city where you pick the fights with those who dare to stand in your way, and throw punches, bottles, and trash to resolve any arguments. But be careful, for the law is not far behind, and you don't want to bite off more than you can chew. Choose your battles, throw the right punches, collect enough money, and soon enough, you'll end up as the richest, most badass brawler in the city. Guide brushstrokes and solve a variety of puzzles to help an aspiring artist complete her masterpiece amid her brusque neighbor's gaze and his pesky cat. As her painting starts to take shape, uncover an emotional tale of chance and artistry revealed behind the unrelated yet familiar moments. In New Calligrapher, you'll be empowered to imitate the masterpieces of poets and scholars, featuring realistic ink brush physics, mixable colors, calligraphy and Chinese learning, and the ability to save and share your works. It had been a while since the last time I checked in on ALVO, probably since the Zombies update. So if it's been a while for you too, let me tell you that on PSVR2, it's looking fast and fluid, has tons of new maps and game modes, and a pretty good progression system. And as a PSVR2 first, it gives us the option to toggle between 60 frames per second reprojected to 120, or play at a native 90. It still feels a bit like a budget title, but when it launches on PSVR2 this week, it'll have a price point to match, and just a $5 upgrade fee for anyone who already owns it on PSVR1.
That subtle breathing in your closet every single evening. Thought you never see me again.
The rail shooter classic Crisis Brigade 2 hits PSVR2 this week as well. We don't have any details on upgrades, but as a game that already looked great on PSVR1, we're pretty confident that the developers over at Sumo Lab won't disappoint. But either way, the upgrade's free, so I'm happy. The PSVR2 version of GAZZLERS has hit a slight delay, with the developers taking to Twitter to ask the PlayStation community to be patient as they work out some bugs.
Nice! Good as new.
GAZZLERS isn't the only game getting delayed this week, with Arvory Immersive Experiences also announcing this week that their free PSVR2 upgrade for Pixel Rip 1995 is being pushed back to October 3rd. There's no denying Firewall Ultra's had a rough launch, and I've wasted days attempting to script review after review that keep becoming outdated the second I'm done writing them. Thankfully though, it does seem like the newest update for Ultra has fixed a lot of the problems for a lot of people. Patch 1.07 has further improved the progression system, completely reworks Raha's scout skill, and best yet, assignments are now live. Now, let's hope the next patch finally eliminates all of the squad matchmaking issues. If you didn't know, the developers over at Strange Game Studios are currently running an open beta for D-Day Enhanced. It's available to download now on the PlayStation Store, and if you can jump in with us on Saturday, September 16th at 4 p.m. Eastern, we'd love to stress the servers, check out the new map, new character models, and even try out a whole host of improvements that'll be added to the beta this week. Take on the role of the deadly assassin Kenshiro as you travel across feudal Japan to defeat the 6 Oni of Aiga, a bandit group spreading chaos across the land. Through a wide variety of weapons, tools, and techniques, you'll infiltrate conquered castles and outwit your enemies as you hunt down each Oni. As a joint effort between Endeavor One and Skydance Interactive, Arashi Castles of Sin Final Cut should be the definitive version of the PSVR1 classic when it launches on PlayStation VR2 on November 16th.
春がお前を守ってくれるだろう。腹が減ったしな。
Anyone who played Waltz of the Wizard on PSVR1 might feel a little burned that developer Alden Dynamics decided not to bring any of the updates to their game to our headset. Luckily, the complete version is set to launch next month on PSVR2, featuring plenty of new content, voice, eye, and gesture interactions, new haptics, and local asymmetric couch co-op.
Do not let it take the artifacts!
So take your first steps into Colossal Cave.
Astute PSVR2 gamers might have noticed Colossal Cave show up on the PlayStation Store this week, with plenty of PSVR2 nomenclature in the description. Well, as it turns out, you might want to hold off a few weeks before picking it up, because the VR patch hasn't gone live yet. According to developer Dominic Walker over on their Discord, they've passed Sony certification on the PSVR2 release, and they're currently working with Sony to make it a free upgrade for anyone who bought the PS5 version. Although that's not guaranteed yet. He did say, though, that one way or another, the PSVR2 version of Colossal Cave should appear on the PlayStation Store within the next 2 weeks.
Remember, we're doing this for the hostage.
We've been trying to get confirmation from developer Joyway about a possible PSVR2 version of their Mirror's Edge-inspired parkour VR game Stride for upwards of a year now, and apparently, all I had to do was ask. On one of their recent trailers, I mentioned that I hope Stride would be making its way to PlayStation VR2, and Joyway themselves responded saying that it is in fact something they're working on. Stay tuned for updates on this story as we get them.
Not the
An extraterrestrial presence has appeared across the globe and the world has stopped. All levels in Mannequin are populated with human first responders frozen in time. In matches for up to 5 players, play as an alien mannequin or join the human special forces as an agent. Although it's easy to pick up, skill here is not measured in gunmanship, but in how you outsmart your opponents. Pose as a human or fight as an agent in the newest evolution of the social deduction genre in Mannequin, the first multiplayer-only game by developer Fast Travel Games.
This week